Hello and welcome to my channel, I Win to Lose Gaming. If you've seen my previous video reviewing the Elegy for the End, which is the new 5-star bow in the current weapon banner, then you'll know what I think about it and how niche of a weapon I believe it to be. So did I manage to apply this theoretical niche into some sort of objective reality? Let's find out. Really quick summary of the Elegy for the End. If you've seen this weapon, you'll see that the description is basically an entire essay, but to summarize, when the user deals damage with their elemental skill or elemental burst, that adds a stack. The stack application has a 0.2 second cooldown. Once you reach 4 stacks, the rest of your party members gain 100 elemental mastery and 20% attack at refinement 1. The buff happening is indicated by this harp icon. First, let's review what this niche is exactly. By using a cryo bow user as a support for Hu Tao, there is an observable increase in her burst damage. My previous video demonstrated that this increase was by about 10 or 11%. Also worth noting is that in my previous video, it demonstrated that Ganyu takes at least 100 frames to proc the Elegy's buff. So while you guys have been enjoying the new 1.4 events, I've just been clicking retry in Abyss 1231. Anyway, some of you may have seen my previous 1231 Hu Tao run, but let's take a quick look at it. And one thing to note about this is that this is without the Elegy bow. We can see here that my Hu Tao is just shy of the amount of damage required to one-shot the robots. I had to use her normal attack to finish off the robot on the left. But what if we use the Elegy on Ganyu? Well, here it is. The culmination of countless hours I've poured into this game. The absurd amount of resin invested into these characters. Decades of gamer skills for this precision execution has all led to this moment. Did you notice the difference? Let's compare them side by side with frame counts. The old run, without the Elegy bow, took 349 frames. The new run with the Elegy bow took 320 frames. That is an incredible 29 frame difference. In summary, after investing into the Elegy bow, I managed to save an incredible 0.4833 seconds off my non-Elegy run. Were all the hours spent rerunning this dungeon worth it? Were all the primo gems spent on this banner worth it? Was all this theory crafting and min-maxing to one-shot these robots with Hu Tao worth it? I don't know. I don't really think so. And despite setting what I believe is a current quote-unquote world record right now, I want to hear it from you guys. Do you guys think all this effort and money was worth it? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's also worth noting that if I manage to get 3 HP percent cards, then it might be possible to break into the 4-second run range. Also, if you have extremely low ping, let's say around 10 ping, and with better input timing, you could even use this exact same strategy and potentially break into the 4-second realm. In fact, it's possible to even cut Bennett completely out of the formula with a Refinement 5 Elegy and 3 beneficial Abyss cards. But alas, I won't be subjugating myself to any more of this torture, and I pass this baton on to another whale that may be able to accomplish this. And there's also just one really annoying thing about the Elegy bow that I wanted to highlight before wrapping up this video. And that is that it's actually almost useless in regular domains. Allow me to demonstrate. Here in this Crimson Witch domain, my child does about 94,000 with his burst, and notice how if I put Elegy on Venti and I use his burst, the Elegy doesn't proc. In time, for Child's Burst. And why is this the case? This is because you have to wait 20 seconds after you enter a domain in order for the internal cooldown for the Elegy to actually reset itself and for that to even apply. I'm not sure if this has always been the case with these types of weapons like this and the Thrilling Tales and the Widsith, for example, but this is just another thing that makes the Elegy even worse than I had already believed it to be. But that's not to say that it's a bad weapon. Of course, it's actually a pretty good weapon, and if you manage to get it in just a few pulls, congratulations. I'm sure you'll make great use of it. You'll see a nice increase in damage to your elemental reactions, but for those of you that are debating on whether you should actually gun for it, my recommendation is no. So there you go. That wraps up this video, which is, I guess, kind of a follow-up and also to demonstrate how I actually managed to apply the niche of this weapon and get some kind of result out of it. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. This is I Win to Lose, signing out.